Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to the Minute channel. And today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be doing our wish list in Persona 6 with SMT5. And the reason we're doing this is because SMT5 and Persona 6 or Persona in general share the same world elements. What I mean by that is the demons that you hunt in or capture in the SMT games are the same ones that are used as personas or shadows in the Persona games. So because of that, I figured that this video could kind of draw from both wish list kind of thing and talk about this. Now this is an interesting thing because I don't think I'm the only person who ever talked about this, and I'm also not the only person who ever just think about this, because this is kind of something that is particularly desired. I think I will believe. So reason being, Persona games and SMT have been out for a long time. I mean, we're talking about almost more than 2 decades of almost 30 years worth of game. And over the time frame, we have seen a lot of different improvements and everything, but one thing that has been consistent, or mostly consistent, will be the appearance of the demons and shadows and personas, which is basically almost the same. The personas and shadows and demons, I'm just going to use demons from now on, just so that it's clear. From the SMT games, they're called demons. They usually draw parallels and from different pantheons of gods, whether it is the Chinese gods or Japanese gods or the Norse gods, or very different pieces of literature like Jack the Ripper or all these different things. They draw from many different inspirations in fantasy or in classical literature for these different demons and shadows and personas and everything. So it's always been something interesting. Now in Persona, for example, they draw a lot of the special personas and everything from particular pantheons, like in Persona 4 that was Izanagi, and everything from the Japanese gods. And then on Persona 3, for example, they had the gods from or main characters from main important characters from Greek mythology, like Orpheus or like Athena or like all these different gods, Zeus and everything. So they had a lot of different gods and everything involved in that one. So my wish list is basically to expand the pantheons. There's a lot of different pantheons in different mythologies from different cultures that haven't been used as much. For example, Hindu, there's a lot of different gods that they have already used, but there's so many different other cultures out there that they could use. They will use a lot of different African gods. They could use a lot of different for example, Aztecs, or I don't know, Mayan, or there's so many different cultures they could really draw from and bring different ideas from. SMT has a lot of roots in Christian myths and everything as well. They do draw from angels and gods and everything. So there's all this different stuff they've done so far, and I think that they can really definitely step it up and add more to it. Especially being that we come a far long way when it comes to these games, whether it's the Persona franchise or the SMT franchise. They're both very successful, and I think that there's a good chance to kind of bring all of this together to a new thing. What would I like to see? I would personally, you guys know I speak Spanish. I am originally from Mexico, if you guys didn't know this. So I would like to see the Aztec gods or the Mayan gods. There's many different gods that are present in modern literature from this culture, and I feel like it will be very interesting to add to the mix and everything. I would like to see things from again, there's a lot of African gods they haven't used. There's a lot of Egyptian gods they haven't used. There's a lot of gods from Chinese literature that I haven't used. There's a lot of different stuff that they haven't really used enough, and there's all these different small cultures that I'm sure there's the shared gods and similarities and everything that they haven't really been used as much as they should. And it will be just interesting to see all these things come together as it goes. Now this is a long shot for a wish list, really. because one of the things is, there's so many things that they can do. The Persona Companion on Persona 5 was already hard enough to kind of complete and everything like that. So all these additional gods and everything is additional stuff to complete and everything like that. But on the other side, I really do love the collecting of demons or collecting of personas and everything. It's such an awesome thing to do. And if you look at it at other things, like for example Pokemon, there's always new Pokemons coming out and everything. So I feel like in that end, I would like to see new gods, new things to add into it, new personas, new shadows, demons, whatever you want to call it. I think that it will be a good addition to the franchise. Anyway, that is pretty much in this video today here. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. And if you're new, please consider liking and subscribing. And yeah, I think that's it for today, guys.